Hi, I'm Melissa Cheery. I'm an English language teacher at Richardson Elementary School, and I'm here to talk about how to make your color scheme more appealing and less visually distracting. So, just for some background, before I went into teaching many, many years ago, I worked for nonprofits as a communications coordinator. So, I received quite a bit of training on formatting. And even though that was many years ago, I think that the skills that I learned at that time still very much apply to the Seesaw lessons that we've been creating, and even just presentations for students when we were in person. So I'm here to share that knowledge with you and hope that it can help you in your Seesaw lesson creation. Okay, so let's launch into it here. So for example, let's look at the slides that I'm creating for this Seesaw lesson. When I go to slide and I go to change background, I'm going to look at my color scheme here and I want to stay within one column of colors to choose my scheme. It keeps it more visually succinct, I think. There are some ways to do contrasting colors. If you're an art teacher, you know this already, that the color wheel has contrasting colors like blue and orange or yellow and violet. I just find that it's a little bit easier for my brain using Google Slides to just stay within that one column, and then I know I'm staying it within a color scheme, and that just makes it easier for me. But it's up to you if you want to do that. And then the other thing that Google Slides provides is that on the bottom here, you can also select a theme. So that's another way to do it, is to use the theme that Google Slides provides for you, and that will also keep it within a balanced color scheme. Okay, so we have the background. Well, you can also select it here. There's a shortcut to that on your screen, change background. There's a theme button you can use. I generally stay away from that. I like to pick a template and then kind of work from that on all of my lessons. And it just keeps things simple. Another thing you're going to want to think about is when you create a text box, to have it either be a contrasting white or staying within that same column that you use for your background, both on the outline of it and in the background. So this one I did a white background and I did a darker blue of the slide background from that same column. So those are just some tips for you. Another thing to be aware of, I brought it up on this slide and I was hoping you would notice that, using a lot of different colors in text, unless there's a purpose behind it and you're trying to highlight something in particular that's getting color coded for that text, it's really not a great idea to have tons of different colors in your text. There should be a purpose behind it. So we'll talk about that more later within this lesson, but really keeping things simple, keeping things within a theme. I chose a green for these text boxes for the football lesson because, it's football. So trying to make it thematic somehow. I hope that's helpful to you. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.